a sheep in wolf's clothing. You're watched over by your friends. They hook you up with an apartment and a big barbed wire pen. And they come and pinch your cheeks with such fatherly affection. And they tap into your emails.
Hello everybody, welcome to Filthy and Free's Halloween Spectacular. We want to start off real quick and say our names because we have had some comments about people not being able to distinguish who is who because we all tend to have the same accents and sound about alike. So my name is Chris. This is Eric over here.
You're pointing at me.
Yeah, I know, but you
and
got.
They can't see it. I'm Eric.
Okay, and then over there is Tony.
I'm Tony.
Yes. And we are playing Silent Hill 4's The Room. Or Silent Hill 4
Directed
The Room.
by Tommy Wiseau.
That's not true at all.
Should be. That would be the perfect crossover kind of thing.
Who is Tommy Wiseau?
The guy who made The Room.
He made The Room.
Like, hello, doggy, that guy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
man.
hi, Mark. Okay, so remember when Adult Swim used to do something wacky on, April Fool's Day? They used to show you something just weird. The Room was that thing. It's like they would just show The Room on April Fool's Day.
Yeah. It's a markedly horrible
That's how that movie got extraordinarily more popular than it already was.
Yeah.
So it's a movie, it's not a television show.
No, it's a
But
legitimate
it was shown
movie.
on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it an animated show?
No.
No, it's like an actual movie.
You can watch the whole thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've pretty much hated every single thing that Adult Swim has ever done that hasn't been animated.
Let me think about that for a minute.
Yeah, that's...
Delocated.
Awful.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Saw the Mole Men, bad.
Oh, totally.
Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job.
I actually liked some of that.
I mean, some segments were great,
Some
a
of it
lot
was
of them were
pretty
bad.
good.
It's weird. I kind of respect those two guys as creators.
Oh, totally.
And as people that are trying new things. But God, I fucking hated watching that show. I just hated it. It was not entertaining.
Tom Goes to the Mayor was really good, though. I like that.
I like Tom Goes to the Mayor more than I like Tim and Eric.
Well, I feel like Tom Goes to
I
the
don't
Mayor
think
wasn't
it was good.
It wasn't technically live action, though.
It wasn't. It
was like that. Not.
No,
either.
it was the same like piss poor animation that 12-Ounce Mouse was.
Pretty much,
just in a different style. You know, it was more.
They had a bigger budget than 12-Ounce Mouse.
Stamp cutouts.
Yeah.
Was Tom Goes to the Mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all stamps.
Somebody died.
Wilhelm Scream.
I mean, already.
Go ahead and start the game off with it. So, but no, this wasn't directed by whoever people you said. This was developed by Team Silent and published by Konami, clearly. Because it's a Silent Hill game made before it got kicked over to the Western developers and got shitty. Yeah, this is probably the last good Silent Hill game, I'd say.
They're all pachinko machines now.
Yeah, they are all pachinko machines.
It's
now.
sad.
It's a sad time.
It's sad.
So, but I really enjoyed this game when it came out. It came out in September 2004 for the PS2, the PC, and the Xbox all at once. And I had it for the PS2, obviously, as we can see.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of fun. It felt more like Jacob's Ladder than a lot of the previous Silent Hill games. It felt like they always said they took a lot of inspiration from that movie. But this one felt like it really captured the feeling of isolation and going crazy, more so.
So, of all of us, I feel like you played the most games from Kojima.
Probably.
Yeah, you played through all the Metal Gears and Silent Hills and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Kojima didn't have anything to do with Silent Hills, but whatever.
Oh, he didn't?
Well, he had to do with the Silent Hill, the newest one that was gonna come out but didn't. But nothing before that.
So knowing that
game wasn't even really a thing. It was just a demo.
It was a demo. But knowing that about Kojima and knowing that what you know about the Silent Hill games, do you think we'll get Death Stranding? Do you think it's going to come out?
Do I think it's going to come out?
Do you think it's ever going to come out?
Absolutely. It will absolutely come out. Kojima tweets about it at least 2 or 3 times a week in between talking about what he's watching lately and what he's eating.
Much money into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got old Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
And
Norman Reedus.
And Guillermo del Toro. All the big old names that were attached to Silent Hills moved on. So,
I mean, it's definitely a nice step in the direction.
I do think it's not going to be as much of a game. It's going to be different. It's going to be because it's Kojima's first thing as a solo creator.
Right.
So he's going to want to make it his own little weird aborted fetus baby.
Well, I mean, if anything, since it is Kojima, it's going to be more like an interactive movie, as he is very, like, wont to do. So, I mean, regardless, it's probably going to be really great. I don't know.
I hear it's going to be more action-oriented as far as gameplay. I really hope that they do more with it than... Because it's graphically beautiful. My biggest fear is that they're just going to make it a series of QTEs.
Probably.
Well, I would probably say that you're safe on that because of just how few of those were really in Metal Gear Solid 5. That was more of vast emptiness with nothing to do in between missions as opposed to too little to do in between cutscenes. Like, Metal Gear Solid, the earlier games suffered from the problem where it was just a series of linear hallways with cutscenes in between them as you had, 10 or 15 minutes of gameplay in between those hallways. And this one more felt like it was just a series of loading screens and you running through the desert in between 10 or 15 minutes of action. And less cutscenes altogether because budget or whatever reasons.
That's happened to me like 20 times.
Let the record show that Tony's pointing at the television screen.
Yeah. Sometimes
What's happening now?
Sometimes I crawl out of my wall and my face starts like shaking a lot and I start bleeding everywhere.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So, Halloween, spooky time. That's why we're playing this.
Yeah.
Because it's almost Halloween.
Halloween is probably my favorite time of the year.
It's my least favorite. Why do you like it?
I don't know. I like seeing people running around in costumes and like, I don't know. It's that one time of the year when like
You can do that any weekend at a convention.
well, yeah, but I mean it's socially acceptable. But rather, I don't know. I just kind of like how everything kind of well, not everything, but a lot of things try to embrace that like the pseudo gothic stuff. I don't know. I think it's cool.
I like candy and I like not sweating.
Yeah, that's a plus. That's a plus.
Yeah, we got very lucky with this cold front that came in today.
Absolutely.
Oh, that rain was
because
awful.
yesterday was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And the week before that with the mugginess.
We're old men talking about the weather.
Are we talking about the weather?
We are.
Old man yells at the cloud.
Inanimate carbon rod. So, but what is it? Do you still dress up?
Yeah.
For Halloween, what are you going to be this year?
This year...
How old are you, for the record?
30.
30. 30 years old.
Yeah.
Still dressed in costumes.
Dude, walk down downtown Savannah on Halloween. There's like people that are going to be twice my age still walking around, bar hopping.
Eric, do you still dress up for Halloween?
I'll be working on Halloween.
Are you going to be working in a costume?
Probably not. It'd be very uncomfortable.
You're not going to take your Batman onesie?
See, I'm saving that for the Justice League premiere. You betcha. I'm going dressed up to that.
Yeah, that's fair.
When is that coming out?
Less than a month. It's coming out in November. It's soon. It's soon. Hype train.
Hype train?
Hype train.
Well, speaking of hype train, if that's like is that a bit that we can just jump on? Alright, I'm going to jump on the hype train, and I'm going to say that I'm excited about Stranger Things Season 2 coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this Friday.
Fucking Friday.
This
right?
This Friday.
Oh, yeah. I just yesterday, between me waking up crazy early for work and then taking a nap after work and staying up super late, I watched all of Stranger Things Season 1.
Oh, yeah, you got to
again,
get refreshed.
just to catch back up and make sure, I remembered that Will, threw up the slug in the sink at the end and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's your big spoiler.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid from Stranger Things. He left his talent agency because his agent was accused of sexual harassment.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
that's the one good thing that's come from all this Harvey Weinstein
Weinstein.
bullshit,
Yeah.
is that in the past week or so, I have seen so many big-name people that have been stepping down amid sexual harassment allegations.
Now, if only
That's the phrase that you keep seeing in the news.
Yeah, it's always
Steps
allegations.
down amid allegations. And it's just like fucking good.
Yeah.
Like,
way to lend validity to
it-
someone
it-
else's claim.
It sucks that it sucks that it's so widespread. It sucks that it all happened, but it's so fucking good that at least that maybe this can be some sort of what's the phrase, a watershed moment when at least a good portion of people get fucking kicked down.
Yeah.
And
It's like, hey, this isn't okay.
It's gonna be a.
It's like, hey, by the way, you can't fucking do that anymore. Fucking stop.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that complicated. So that's nice.
Well, these are other high-profile people in high-profile positions coming forward saying they've been harassed. It's not necessarily going to translate to other industries and other people in lower positions.
Well, it may.
But it's
It
a start in
might.
the right direction.
It is. It definitely is.
Just seeing it happen so often, hopefully, will at least anybody that does act that way will maybe get scared and stop because he doesn't want to be the next person on the list.
See, being a decent person should be a deterrent from that enough. But if
should be.
In case you need,
clearly people masturbating into plants begs to differ.
If you need another deterrent, how about not being retaliated against or caught? That should be another side of your deterrent right there.
Not being caught?
Yeah, I mean, why would you risk it? Why would you risk your career over?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. What? Come on. Why would you risk everything you've built? Why risk relationships you've formed? Why risk financial stability?
Because it's just so goddamn arousing having someone watch you shower, Eric. Can't you understand? Also, gross. Who's ever wanted to see a man shower? I don't even want to watch myself shower.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, I try to spend as little time in the shower as possible.
No, I like baths in the morning. I'm super lazy.
I mean, baths are fine. That's different.
I lay down for the first 20 minutes, and then I just get up to rinse off.
See, it showers in the morning strictly for me. Baths are an evening thing.
Yeah. Like when you're winding down.
Yeah.
I need to take a bath.
So the music in Silent Hill 4 is also by Akira Yamamoto. Did all the music for the previous Silent Hill games and this one.
Here's what I like about this game. It mostly takes place in a room.
Yeah, it's the room.
It's the room, as
room
opposed
302
to a sprawling
in South
landscape.
Ashfield.
A sprawling, foggy landscape with monsters strewn about.
Well, to be fair, the game does jump into somewhat linear levels pretty early on, and you do, follow them through. But at very strategic checkpoints, you can crawl back through a hole and return to your room. And you do that over and over again. And the more times you go in and out of your room, the more things that change inside of it. And something that I didn't actually pick up the first time playing this game back in 2004, but when you're, about the first half of the game, when you're standing in your room in the apartment, you're slowly regaining health. It makes you feel better to be in the normal room. But then later on in the game, as it gets, more and more fucked up and you uncover more and more of the story, your room starts to become possessed, and it actually starts to drain your energy as you stay in your room for longer and longer periods of time. And so that's something that I didn't realize initially playing this game. That's kind of cool.
That's a pretty cool little twist that a place that you felt was a sanctuary and was a safe place could actually turn out to be detrimental if you spend too much time there and don't leave that comfort zone.
Oh, like Facebook. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, with the composer and everything, I used to have all the soundtracks for practically every Silent Hill game. They are all magnificent. So if you get the chance to listen to them, do it.
The music in Silent Hill 2 specifically, I think, is fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, I don't know. But the music in the first one though, it has this more like metal on metal scraping sound practically the whole time, and I love that. It's just noise, and I love noise.
That's what I love in my music: metal on metal scraping noises.
Yeah, I love it. It makes you feel super unnerved and kind of horrified the whole time.
What's your favorite horror movie, Tony?
The Thing.
The Thing.
Yep.
John Carpenter's The Thing, or
John,
the other?
Thing? John Carpenter's The Thing. The one that was in 2011.
The good one?
The good one.
Yeah.
The one in 2011 was bullshit, and I mean, the older one from 1953 or whatever, I didn't hate it by any means, but the John Carpenter one is hands down the best. Period.
Why?
Amazing practical effects, basically no CG. I mean, they did every I really love body horror in a way, where it's something being horribly malformed and everything like that.
Cronenberg.
Do what?
Cronenberg.
I don't get it.
Oh, well, you ever seen The Fly?
Explain the reference.
You know, ever seen The Fly?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
huge,
Yeah.
gory body dysmorphia.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm all about that.
It comes from the art director on that movie. His name is David Cronenberg, and that's kind of his style. Is very strange, weird.
Yeah.
Or is he the director?
He was the director.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Right.
The guy that came up with the weird fleshy body, weird bullshit.
Yeah.
David
No,
Cronenberg.
I'm all about that.
Okay.
Like, again, somebody's probably gonna be like, "You don't know everything about the thing." Yeah, I don't, because I just like the movie. I don't want to like memorize.
We
everything
never
about it.
claimed to be experts.
Yeah.
I've claimed to be an expert on a couple things,
Oh, okay.
but not that.
Tony and I never claimed to be experts.
Yeah.
Fucking
The
morons.
only thing I'm an expert about is when I should clip my fingernails, which is soon.
I use a pocket knife. Eric, what is your
I'm a
favorite?
badass.
No, I just don't own a pair of clippers. To be honest, if you have an extra pair, my toenails are hard to do with a knife. Eric, what is your favorite horror movie?
Probably Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Why?
The practical effects are really good.
That's the same answer that Tony gave.
Well, yeah,
That's
it comes from the same era. It was a great era of practical effects. Like the gore effects are really good. There's this one scene. Okay, so the movie starts out in this medical supply warehouse. Most of the movie actually takes place there. They have skeletons, they have cadavers, they have dead bugs, and they have one of the hot big ticket items they have for veterinary schools are split dogs, which is basically
split dogs.
Yeah, which is a dog that's been cut down the middle, long ways.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. And then when the zombie gas is released, all the specimens start coming to life, including the split dogs, and that is just.
Wait a minute, weren't split dogs a monster in Silent Hill?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't we have a dog with a head split down the middle?
Yeah,
that chased us around.
I feel like
that was in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrifying.
But it's split down all the way, and you only see the half of the dog.
How does it walk then?
It doesn't. It's just laying on the floor and whimpering and
Oh,
crawling
God,
around. Yeah,
Jesus.
it's really
That's awesome.
really fucking cringeworthy, and it's true horror.
Yeah,
It really is.
I love that. That is
It's not
horror.
It's
I like.
not bullshit jump scares. It's not excessive gore, even though excessive gore is in the movie. It's
Yeah.
there, but that's just genuine horror right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do appreciate that more than just the scary for scary's sake and the gross for gross sake. It's something, a true horror is something that sticks with you, and you remember it when you're trying to go to sleep or you're walking down an empty hallway in the dark by yourself. That's what horror is.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
it's-
it's
yeah,
not,
by-
it's not
by
someone
definition.
walking out and jumping out and being like, "Boo, you're scared."
Yeah,
And you being like,
Yeah.
"Ah, shit, fuck."
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's fleeting.
yeah.
Right. That goes away.
Like an
Horror
orgasm.
when it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horror is when it like hangs with you for like a month, and you're just like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have seen that.
Yeah.
To this day, this is not related, but I can't go into a room with a mirror while it's dark. I have to flip a light on. If I know there's a mirror in that room, I will not go in it if it's dark.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
I have a buddy that can't sleep if a staircase is visible.
Well, that's just fucking weird.
Well, because he's afraid something's going to come out from underneath it.
Like the people under the stairs. Another John Carpenter movie.
Oh, you want to talk shit, mister? Someone's going to pop out of a mirror?
I mean,
Don't make fun of somebody who's not even here when you're saying you can't even look at yourself in the dark.
That's fair.
I mean,
You
I
scared Bloody Mary is going to come do your hair?
Actually, another one of my favorite horror movies is Candyman, so it's in that same vein.
Did you ever do that? Did you ever do the Bloody Mary thing?
I did.
It doesn't work. It doesn't do
Nothing
nothing.
happened.
Yeah,
It's real
didn't.
depressing.
Yeah, I didn't. I kind of always wanted to. But
Oh,
like,
it doesn't work. You can go in the bathroom and try it if you want.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen.
I mean, I figured nothing would
You
happen.
do have to keep the lights off, so Eric, stay here.
It just gives me the willies, is all. It just makes me uneasy. It's not like I'm horrified. I'm
Yeah.
just uneasy.
No, I mean, it's kind of the same thing with me. And like when I sleep, I have to be facing doors because like I'm afraid of something coming into the room without me noticing.
Now, when you say you sleep, you have to be facing doors. Do you mean your bed has to be facing the doorway so that when you open your eyes you can see it easily, or do you mean you literally can't sleep on the side, like you can't roll over and look at the wall and fall asleep?
Oh, I hate that.
You can't do
I
that?
cannot do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
Because
like
I find it weird when people put their beds in a place where, like, if someone were to walk into the room, you wouldn't immediately see that from the bed.
Yeah.
But I also have no problem with when I'm lying in bed, like, curling up next to the wall, me facing the wall, and falling
cannot
asleep.
do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, because, like, my rationale, which this is going to sound extremely irrational,
No, it's fine, yeah.
is I'm worried about either aliens or monsters coming into my room, and, I mean, if they're polite, which I hope they
That's
are,
the thing.
they're going to use the door.
They're going to use the door.
Yeah.
Aliens or monsters, if they're going to come get me, at least they have the fucking decency to come in like a human.
Yeah, and it gives
Not
me...
through the wall or the window or the ceiling.
And it gives me a second to prepare myself and, like, you know, freak out accordingly instead of my back being turned and all of a sudden somebody grabs me. No, fuck that. Like I'm giving aliens and monsters the benefit of the doubt that they are decent beings that at least give me warning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, that's my rationale to it. It's stupid, but that's my rationale.
So tell me why you hate Snotgirl.
Oh, the comic. So, okay, so...
Well, yeah, tell people what is Snotgirl,
Yeah.
first of all, because I didn't know about this until you said
And
something
also, why?
Like, why do I hate it? or-
No, why is it a thing?
about it. Why
Oh.
is it on your radar at all?
Okay, so it's
What's the origin story?
okay, so it's a relatively popular comic at the
Is
moment.
it as gross as it sounds?
No, not at all.
Oh, well,
It's
okay.
like the
It sounds like Garbage Pail Kids style gross.
see, that's what I was hoping, but no.
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes you like gross out humor. Who doesn't?
He
I don't-
raises his hand. I do not like gross out humor because I find it unnecessary and not funny.
I mean, I get that, but you know, sometimes I like to watch something that's like, he threw up. I don't know. I'm still a 5-year-old at heart. But anyway.
You're the reason why Family Guy is still on the fucking air. You
Oh
know
no,
that,
I
right?
haven't watched that show in like 5 years.
That's still too long.
Yeah,
Not
no.
long enough. Hold on. How's that work?
I don't know. Regardless,
They got fucking canceled back in 2002. Shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Not too long enough.
Yeah.
That's the new Clint Eastwood movie I'm producing.
Not too long enough.
Not too long enough. He takes off his glasses and stares into the sunset menacingly.
A fistful of Bitcoin.
But anyway,
Snotgirl.
yeah. So it's a relatively popular comic at the moment, and I read the first trade back of it. So it's like 5 or 6 issues in like a single one, so you don't have to pay like 3 times as much. But it's made by it's co-created by the guy Brian O'Malley, who made Scott Pilgrim, which
Oh, I like Scott Pilgrim.
yeah, no, the game was phenomenal.
Well,
and
I like
amazing.
I like the movie and I like the game.
The movie was fine. The comic was like, I liked it enough, but so he co-created it, and so I'm gonna start at least with my positives of it. The coloring is amazing. The art is good.
This
It's-
is way
it's
more
good
positive
overall.
than he was being.
No,
in
no, no, no.
practice.
But
Yeah, get to the scathing part.
oh yeah, the scathing parts is
So the coloring is really good. The guy that shaded that stuff in, fucking phenomenal. The garbage he was shading in, fucking garbage.
But no, the writing is just the writing is it's vapid. It means nothing.
So tell me the plot then of
So-
Snotgirl.
So the main character and all the sub characters, they're all
Snot people
no, they're all
living in Snot
no.
land.
Why are you beating this poor woman with a stick?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a long story.
but
I don't have time to get into it right now. Tell me more about Snotgirl.
Tell us more about
Tony.
no,
Snotgirl.
they're all
I beat lots of stuff with a stick in this game.
but they're
Kinda-
all
it's kind of my jam.
but all the main characters are fashion bloggers, and like so already right-
Bloggers.
yeah, bloggers,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But no, like so already if you want to sort of like alienate your reading, demographic, yeah.
So it's vapid and dumb,
hmm
but it's really pretty.
Yeah, by the least.
So it's indicative of the average Instagram user.
And fashion blogger.
Yes.
So it knows its material, which is good, I guess.
Instagram the comic.
Kind of, yeah. Like, even at the beginning of it, there's
Why are
a
you hating on Instagram? all of a sudden. This is a hatred. This is new.
Should I have said Snapchat? Because
Well, you usually say Snapchat.
I hate
yeah.
them way more.
I thought we were cool with Instagram. I just put pictures of my dogs up there because they're cute.
I mean, Instagram likes dogs.
Instagram does like dogs,
And they like food.
but they also love hot, dumb bitches.
I mean, who doesn't, I guess?
Check out Bozzy's Collectibles. That's BOZZYSCOLLECTABLES. Collectables.
Lots of hot, dumb bitches on that one.
Lots of toys, lots of fun little arts, and he does cool shout-outs to your friends.
And he'll be at Savannah Comic-Con, won't he?
Yes,
That's
he will
not
be.
that plug's not till later. Stick to your schedule, bitch.
No. No. That's not it. No. Where did I put that? Ah, there it is.
As an American citizen, I know that sometimes I don't always have the best ideas.
I want the government deciding what I do with my money.
When I send an email, I want the government to look through it and check for all the grammatical errors, and to make sure I'm not saying anything disparaging about any elected official.
Your local government has heard your cries, and we are here to help. Introducing Proposition 756988, Complete Surveillance.
Everything is easier when the government makes all of my decisions for me.
I didn't used to know what real news was. Now that the government controls all of my media, I know exactly what's going on in my community.
Vote yes on Proposition 776988 and make independent thinking a thing of the past.
But,
Tony hates Snotgirl, go.
Yeah. But anyway, all the characters are basically just super vapid. The story is extremely convoluted. It's literally just like, oh no, my medication is messing with my reality. Like, what happened to my original doctor? Oh,
That's
they
not
went-
what it's supposed to do. Medication's supposed to fix reality.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, it's called Snotgirl because she has really bad allergies and sinus problems, and all of a sudden her doctor's been replaced with another doctor. That she had no idea that this was going to happen, but she got replaced, and now it's like, hey, I'm your new doctor. By the way, how would you like to take this experimental drug for your allergies? And then that's when everything goes wrong. So the entire thing I can already predict ahead of time is like, oh, it's going to be one of those stories. What's reality? Like, I'm taking these pills and they're making everything different. Oh no, did I murder somebody? Which, yeah, that happens. It's just...
Spoiler alert.
It's not. It happens in the first issue. Like, it's... But no, it's just not good.
How am I supposed to follow the schedule if I haven't even seen the schedule?
That's true. That's very true.
That was too late of a response for me to...
I wanted to let Tony finish.
Yeah, y'all are really bad about letting me finish.
That's kind of a fun game. I just play on purpose.
How
in
many
my
times
head.
can
It's
you
how many
interrupt
times can
Tony?
we interrupt Tony and he still remembers the point he was trying to make?
He's pretty
Because
good.
I want to just finally say the point. Snotgirl's bad. It's only riding the fucking like coattails of Scott Pilgrim. Sorry, it's not good. That is the end game of that. It's riding the coattails. It's not good. If it was his first thing, it would have just been thrown in the garbage. It's bad.
And we would have never had Scott
And
Pilgrim.
and again, I mean, that wouldn't be too awful either. Overall.
I liked the movie. It was fun. It was
Yeah.
a fun movie.
But it's not like it was hard to make. Oh, video game
You
reference
don't think it was
after
hard to
video
make
game
all that CG
reference.
and bullshit they did
No,
in
no,
that
no, I'm
movie and
saying-
the dancing and the choreography?
No, I'm saying the writing. It's just video game reference, video game reference, video game reference. Hey, that's a girl that's really cute. Video game reference, video game reference.
Oh man, they've been doing that on the Big Bang Theory for the past 10 years.
Yeah, that's also true.
I think the Big Bang Theory gets more shit than it deserves. Somewhat.
I don't. I think it deserves all of it,
I think it should be nuked off the
and
planet.
much
All right,
more.
all right.
It's the worst.
All right. Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, defend it.
Yeah, please
I
do.
will now defend the Big Bang Theory. It has been getting better in the past few seasons. It started off as a good show. It did. The original pilot for the Big Bang Theory was dark as crap, and they actually had to change it and make it more lighthearted because the original Penny character was so dark and depressing and an alcoholic and fucked up that it just wasn't. No one wanted to watch it.
Oh, I would have watched the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
And so they brought it up a little bit, and they also they gave Sheldon a few more mental problems and stuff like that. Now, once the show introduced Bernadette and Amy, and started to be bigger in scale, and Stewart, we have all these tangential characters that have since been added to the main cast, pretty much, and you end up with a show that started off as 5 people and is now like 8 or sometimes 9 people. And when you have a show that's 8 or sometimes 9 people, you can only devote, and also it's the most watched, before this whole thing that happened with Rick and Morty, The Big Bang Theory was the most watched comedy in America. And when you have a show that's that popular, you're going to have to give it the most advertising space if you're a network show, which The Big Bang Theory is on CBS. So they would only make the episodes, 18, 19, 20 minutes long as opposed to 23, 24 like a regular show would do, because it was so popular, because they wanted the money from the ad space, because they had to pay the actors so much money, because it was the most popular show in America.
Right.
Big cycle. Because of that shortened time span, and also the need for jokes and the need to keep people watching, they would only have these super short scenes that was just every character had to say their line, they had to hit their mark, they had to say their joke, and then it had to move on to the next scene so that every other character could have their time in the spotlight. And for like 3 seasons, maybe even 4, that was the fucking show, and it sucked because of it. And,
Yeah.
and it just drained all of the life and the energy and the creativity that the show had out of it at the time. We've been trying to rebound from that since year before last, pretty much. And it's getting better all the time. I've been watching this new season. I watched all of last season. They're better. They're good. All last season was fucking fantastic. They've made Sheldon so much of a more tolerable character than he was for a short period of time. And they've also not shied away from the darker side of the fact. But also, at the same time, it is a sitcom.
Yeah.
That you have to abide by all the same laws that a sitcom abides by. And it does the very problematic thing of people on TV being terrible to each other, the audience laughing, and the show moving on as if nothing happened.
Yeah.
And that bothers me in any sitcom. When someone says something that's just so incredibly rude or offensive or just shitty, like shitty as a friend, shitty as a person, the audience just goes, ah ha ha ha, everyone gives their stupid look to the camera, and the show moves on. Like, that would never happen in real life. Someone would say, hey, wait, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah, drop everything. Look to the audience. Wait, you gotta stop.
Yeah,
You gotta
no,
stop
no,
laughing.
hold
Stop laughing. Hold the fuck up. And then that's the show?
Yeah.
I would. Oh my god, that sounds so good.
Yeah, fucking starring Will Smith. And it would be fantastic. Will Smith dressed like he's in The Prince of Bel-Air, but the age he is now, and that's the show. I'd watch the fuck out of it.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Print it.
Lunch.
Lunch. Mm-hmm.
No,
you guys want
I get
Subway?
your point, though. I get your points.
Are they paying us? No, I don't want fucking Subway. Why don't you hype somebody that is paying us, Eric? ProjectGG.com.
Proper.
Oh.
It's
Well,
prop.
I'm not the one that's doing it. You do it.
Well, I mean, it is us, but anyway. Proper. Ahem. ProperGG.com. Promo code Filthy to get 5% off. Holiday season's coming up. You got friends, they like games. Those games have products attached to them. You want to buy those friends, those products, with a discount from us. So do it. ProperGG.com. Promo code FILTHY.
It's the second time you've done that pause like that. It just kind of sounds like you want to buy your friends.
Yeah, I like it.
You've got friends. You want to buy them products from those games. But how are we going to buy them products for those games, Eric, when there's a war on Christmas?
Listen, let me tell you something about the war on Christmas.
There's not a war on Christmas.
It don't exist.
There never was.
Let me tell you about a war that does exist. The war on Halloween exists.
There's not a war on Halloween.
There is so a war on Halloween.
No one's having war on any holiday.
I'll tell you what, Christmas is the main perpetrator and the main offender in the war on Halloween, because you see Halloween decorations in the store, right? What do you see right next to them? Do you see more Halloween decorations?
Thanksgiving
decorations. Do you see Thanksgiving decorations? Do you say
Thanksgiving
no?
Yes.
Do you see little cornucopias and turkeys?
Yes.
Fuck no. You see Christmas trees. You see stockings. You see
turkeys.
snowmen. It happens earlier and early every year.
Nutcrackers.
Nutcrackers. It's just like, I can't fucking say it anymore. Let October finish. Let Halloween have its fucking heyday. You'll have yours. You'll have it the entire month, and then some.
It's true.
War on Christmas.
Also, Christmas music can go to hell.
Suck my Yule log.
I like Christmas music.
I like 2 Christmas songs.
2 Christmas songs.
That's it.
Are they the same Christmas songs? Do you guys like the 2 same Christmas songs?
Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, that's a classic.
And Blue Christmas by Elvis.
So no.
No, I really like Do You Hear What I Hear? That one.
Oh, gross.
I like it. It's cute.
It's repetitive.
Yeah. I think it's cute.
And what's the other one?
Like, I kinda, sorta like, but also really hate the fucking, like, last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and the very next day, you took it away.
Tony, is this another episode of Tony's Letdowns?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't remember who
I've
sings
never
it.
heard that song before in my life.
And
Really?
the Silver Bells by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Well,
That's a good
I
one,
like that
too.
song,
Carol
yeah.
of the Bells.
I mean,
yeah.
anything that they're...
Look, the Christmas has taken over our Halloween special.
That's... Oh, you're right!
What the fuck, Chris?
War on Halloween!
Anyway, I like Christmas.
I don't.
And I can't wait till it's that time and not Halloween anymore. So Silent Hill 4 began as a spin-off, but always was meant to be connected to the Silent Hill series. Get us back on topic.
Fine. You know, this is all, at some point this conversation is going to go right to me being heartbroken over PT.
Well, I guess you brought it there yourself.
I knew.
I mean, I was pretty
Can you talk
heartbroken,
about
too.
being heartbroken on PT long enough for me to go pee?
If I'm going to be heartbroken about PT and bring it up in conversation, I figured I'd do it on my own terms. That was the project that Norman Reedus was originally slated for to do with Kojima, was the Silent Hill that they were going to do for the current gen consoles, the Xbone and the PS4, respectively. It got scrapped. It's not there anymore. Konami just decided that they didn't like making money.
Interestingly, now I think PlayStation 4s that still have PT downloaded are going to be worth a lot more money.
Don't we have a friend who still has a PS4
Oh, we sure
with
do,
PT
and it's
on
still
it?
there. Because I told him this too.
He still hasn't updated.
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll do it when Origins comes out in a few days, because I know he's looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
So these are probably my least favorite enemies.
Oh, the floaty zombies?
Because, like, they can go through the walls, and the whole, like, they're pretty static when they fly through the air.
Yeah.
Like, that's really unnerving to me. I was actually watching a friend play this once, and those guys started showing up, and they scared the shit out of me. I was like, I gotta go home. That's too much for me to handle.
I need new pants.
And this happened, like, 3 years ago.
I want my mommy a toaster strudel.
I mean, essentially. But no, you're absolutely right about PT, though. That was a crushing...
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like, just a crushing blow to everyone who loves survival horror.
Like, I typically don't play games like this by myself because, like, I'm a giant baby. But, like, I happily watch other people play them.
And what does
because
Capcom do after PT is scrapped? They make an entire game that looks pretty much exactly like it from the first person.
Oh, yeah. I mean, looking like I've watched a handful of like playthroughs of Silent Hill 7 and Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
I could give two craps about it.
When the demo dropped, we did a video on it, and that's all we could basically talk about was just how much we hated it because it wanted to be PT so bad.
Yeah.
And
wasn't nearly as good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even watching even watching playthroughs of it, I'm just like, this story's bullcrap. But then again, if you honestly look at any of
every Resident Evil story is bullcrap. At least this one tried to be a little less. It wasn't.
At least this one
tried to be a serious horror thing instead of trying to be a C-list horror movie straight to VHS bullshit ripoff.
I mean, it was...
How can we make our story better? Oh yeah, make it kind of identical to Silent Hill 2.
Well, it's better than adding another midget Napoleon, I would say. Because we already did that once.
I mean...
Once you add midget Napoleon, who also makes a giant robot of himself, you're out of ideas.
I would do that.
Have a giant robot of yourself? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember me!
No,
I wouldn't do that. What a waste of fucking time and money. And energy.
If I could pilot the giant me mech, I would be totally into that.
I don't think they do that for people until after you're dead.
Remotely. I'd have to, that's the biggest flaw of all these big robot designs, is that you have to pilot it from inside. No, fuck that.
Well, that's what a mecha is.
If you get hit with a missile or thrown to the ground, you don't want to be in that fucking thing.
But it's dramatic when the camera shows the pilot react.
Yeah.
If you're not going to be in it, you at least have to be in some sort of VR simulation where you're making the arm and the leg movements so that when you get hit by a missile and your robot dies, you can fall to your knees dramatically.
Oh yeah, there's
and the armor pieces in LEDs fall off of you one by one.
Oh yeah,
and
I'd watch
it's just
that.
like, ah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was Lost in Space. That happened to Will Robinson.
You're Will Robinson.
Wait, the movie?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I watched. What? What?
Didn't see it.
I think
What?
I think I saw it, but that was like 15 years ago.
Okay.
You suddenly sounded like a blues singer. Okay.
No,
Let me tell you about
did
Lost
you ever
in
did you
Space.
ever see the television show?
Yeah, I'm
Lost
aware.
in
I know
Space,
about the television
the
show.
1960s television show.
Yeah, Danger,
Yeah, it's
Will
a great
Robinson.
fucking show.
Yeah.
No, it's a classic.
Dr. Smith, one of the most evil characters ever conceived in a television show.
Yeah.
It's hard to try and kill a kid so many different ways, but damn, he sure found a way. But in the movie, he somehow becomes even more evil, tries to rape a teenager, and then turns himself into a giant cockroach monster by the end of it. But it's a great show.
That is a damn impressive villain resume.
It's a great show. It's a great movie. Starring right in the middle of his friend's career, Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah.
As a space pilot.
That was a selling point for a lot of people.
And Haley Joe Osment as Will Robinson.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's a fun romp through space and time.
And robots.
This has been movie recommendations. All aboard the fan, whatever shit we said earlier.
Hype train.
That was the one.
That's the one.
All aboard the fan train.
All aboard that
do
fan
we have any more
shit.
fan facts we want to share this week?
I don't think I have any fan facts this week. I thought fan facts was a one-time deal.
Oh.
I mean, I guess like jet turbines are like really big fans.
So no, then.
No.
We'll come better
This
prepared.
was the first Silent Hill game to have first-person segments in it.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But only to be, I don't remember, I never played any of the American ones, honestly, so I wouldn't know if they had them later. And I didn't look it up to check.
No, they mostly didn't know.
This is your half-assed commentary.
I'm using my whole ass.
But, they have it in Silent Hills, so there's that.
Yeah.
But you guys talked about that already.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Scared me so much.
Anyway, the plot in this game focuses on a guy named Walter Sullivan, who was actually mentioned first in Silent Hill 2. You read a newspaper about him going on a killing spree. And this one, you kind of explore him as a serial killer, and it has a lot of weird things to do with his mother and your mother, and some bloody umbilical cords, and I don't want to spoil anything too much for you, but it's gross.
Yeah,
as
sounds like
per Silent Hill. But it is weird that it's not really like you don't live. This doesn't take place in Silent Hill. Your apartment's not in Silent Hill. The tunnel that you go through goes to Silent Hill. But this, you looking out your window and seeing your neighbors and everything like that's in South Ashfield, which is what does the game say? Like half a day's drive from Silent Hill. So it's tangentially connected, but not actual part of the main plot.
Is it going on during the events of any of the other games, or is it just?
I think it kind
Referenced in
of
the second.
runs hand in hand with 2 or with 3, but none of it really matters. I do remember that you hear about one of the nurses that was the nurse of Mary, your wife in Silent Hill 2, when she was diagnosed with cancer and was dying. One of her nurses shows up in this game. But later on, not at the same time. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other talking points?
Any other talking points? Oh, I don't know. After all your wonderful raving of Snotgirl, all of Eric's wonderful raving on the War on Christmas, why don't you I don't know. No. I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, we can still just talk about Silent Hill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a lot to talk about with that.
Anything.
No, I don't want to do that. I did that like 6 videos with Mitchell. Eric, why don't you go ahead and plug your Twitch stuff that you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you want to see me do this in person and by myself and not nearly be as entertaining,
It's true. I've watched it. It's not.
then you can watch me yell at video games. Twitch.com/bastardstreams. That's BSTRDSTREAMS. Bastard Streams.
Filthy and Free presents the ever vigilant bastard of video gamery and web comicery.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that
That's
right?
a long ass name.
It is.
And
And,
I'm amazed that you made it through it this time.
Yeah.
I've made it through it every single time I've said it.
You've yawned a couple times.
And tomorrow, you should be streaming.
Fractured Butthole. I
Yeah.
am streaming tomorrow morning. The Fractured Butthole.
And it's a blind play.
I haven't played it yet, so.
Then you're going to be playing it with a blindfold on. So you won't be getting any of the cool visuals
I will.
that the rest of the viewers will be getting.
I will navigate.
You'll enjoy this game more than Eric will if you watch his channel.
I will be blind and deaf. I will navigate by controller vibration alone.
I was gonna say Twitch.
Just like your fathers before you.
I was gonna say Twitch helps Eric play the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, you guys should just post in the chat, and then I'll have somebody read it out to me, and then and then I'll do what you say.
I would probably watch that though if somebody did that.
All right, and Tony, you wanted to say something about YouTube and comments and stuff.
Oh, I mean, so we've been getting a lot of views as of late, and a pretty fair amount of likes. And like, honestly, I'm
Tony jerking himself off over here.
yeah, pretty much. But no, I love hearing people's like feedback on stuff. Like 9 times out of 10, it's garbage anyway. Like I'm gonna be the first to admit it. Like most comments are garbage, and they make me angry when I read them. But like, also they make me laugh a lot because they're terrible.
We want to know how bad spellers you guys are.
Yeah, I want to read all of your comments in Dale Gribble's voice because it's the only way to make it palpable.
You obviously know what we think. You obviously care to some capacity, and,
Yeah.
and that works both ways.
And frankly, I would love y'all to comment. Let us know what's up.
Let's know some shit.
What do you want to know? What do you want us to know? Or rather, what do you want us to say about what we think about a thing you want to know?
That's a fucking sentence.
Yeah. English.
Right.
I love this segment.
So that was
this
that.
is my favorite segment.
This
I
is the
love
game.
it.
Oh, fuck this part.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
you
this
get your
part so
ass
hard.
knocked so hard though. It's so cool.
I got. Is this where I get past it, or have we just started? I wasn't paying attention.
You just
to
started
it.
it.
Oh Christ, we'll be here for a minute then.
Well,
The good news is that I survived. I think I survived. I might die. I don't really remember.
At least you
I
got
was
a golf
here for
club.
a while. No, I definitely.
No,
died.
you died.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, because you gotta stop and walk.
Yeah,
back
no,
and-
it's stupid bullshit, and I don't figure it out for a minute.
I forgot out his really long, overdramatic fall to his knees, hammed out
Yeah.
death. He hams the shit out of that death.
Oh no, my legs hurt. Oh, I'm dying.
Everything is going black.
All right. Well, this was Silent Hill 4: The Room. Apparently on the screen. We didn't really talk about it much.
Who cares?
I mean, everybody knows what Silent Hill 4 is.
We talked about spooky stuff. That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
I mean, everybody's gone to any Let's Play. They play this game. Ever.
Well, thanks. You could have told me that before I recorded the hour-long video.
They've all been played.
Yeah, they've all been played a
They've
million
all been
times
played.
before.
There's a game out there that hasn't been played. I made that Skyblazer video. Nobody else had done that before.
Game Grumps did an entire playthrough of it.
They did a playthrough of it. They didn't do a fucking history of it and fucking tell you facts about it.
Go watch
Mine
Filthy
wasn't a
and
playthrough. It was a 7-minute dissertation.
watch the Filthy
enough.
and Free Skyblazer video and
Yeah, fucking watch that.
Yeah, I mean, it is actually really
and
good.
comment
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
the most information on Skyblazer anywhere on the internet. Don't comment on it, because I don't give a shit.
But Tony
You
does.
can comment on the stuff that Tony and Eric are here for. If it's just me, I don't care. Just watch and enjoy in silence.
If you hear
Like
one,
and share if you think it's good.
one voice, don't comment.
Yeah.
3 voices that sound similar, sure.
If you hear 2 voices, make fun of the second one.
1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And honk really loud if Mitchell's coming.
Blink once for yes, twice for no. Actually, just as far as comments go, just type 1 or 2 every single comment.
Don't do that.
I want to see 7 firsts.
All comments are to be submitted in binary or Klingon.
Preferably binary.
Can either of you read either of those things?
No.
Scene.